Hey, good afternoon, everybody. I was just going to do a real quick video of a little project I've been working on. This is by no means my idea. After searching through YouTube and trying to come up with something that I can use camping in case of power outages, emergencies, travel. If you're going traveling out of state, you're going to see friends, family, relatives, whatever. You can take this little kit with you in case something happens roadside. You got a little emergency kit you can get to. Again, there's multiple uses: camping, fishing, whatever it is you want to do with it. The idea, as far as I can tell, originated with ice fishing up north. A couple of guys built little power boxes, and they put different lights and different configurations on these little boxes. So as they're sitting in their little shelters, ice fishing, they could recharge their lures or just any number of things. It also helped them get to and from their cars or vehicles or whatever the case may be. So I thought this was a good little idea to have handy in case, like hand for hurricanes, like I said, storms, power outages, camping, fishing, whatever you want to do. So I'm just going to quickly walk you through what I did, how I set it up. Again, by no means is this my original idea. It is copycatted to a degree. I just decided to do it all on my own. I did look at some YouTube videos and get some ideas for the wiring and configuration. This is my first one, so it's kind of rough. It's not perfect, like the knobs and the buttons are not symmetrical and all that kind of stuff. So without further ado, I'm going to walk you through what I have, and I can take this with my kayak. I can take it fishing, taking camping, like I said, road trips, emergency situations, anything else. And friends and family, obviously, I can build one for you, if you want. I'm not saying advertising any business or anything, but hey, So anyway, I'm going to walk you through what I have set up for my box. I'm going to be building one for each family member, so they'll have it. And just some of these things could go in a backpack, like a bug out bag or something like that. I just put them in here to give you an idea of what you could put in here. It doesn't have to be the same stuff. It could be totally different. Choices are yours. Limitations are unlimited. So without further ado, I'm just going to walk you through it here real quick. So first of all, the zombie ammo can. It's a gimmick type box. It's an ammo box, 50 caliber ammo box. It just has a little zombie stuff on it. You can use a regular green box, black box, brown box, whatever you want, and the cost will be lower. But I got all this stuff off Amazon. Had most of it shipped to the house, so relatively cheap build. When I say relatively, I'm talking $40, $50, $60 range, depending on some of the other stuff that you add to it. Again, this is my first one, prototype. Basically, from here, I'm going to build different models and go from there as I encounter new and better equipment. So we're going to take a look inside the box real quick. Again, it looks like a little ammo can. So when it's closed up, it's kind of inconspicuous. Hey, there's an ammo can, But other than that, when you look inside the box, you quickly see that it's just a little bit more. So before I do that, I'll show you some LED lights I've got mounted on the front. So you got red, white, and green. These aren't the best lights in the world. They're not the brightest. They're not as bright as I want them to be. So I will be changing these lights out to a different style. But again, first build, that's what I got. So all you do is open up the can, and you have a power station, basically. Let me turn this down there so you can see. So basically what we have is a 12 volt, 12 amp hour battery. You don't have to use this. It's a lead acid battery. You don't have to use this. You can use lithium if you want to pay more. These batteries probably weigh 5 pounds. So the only limitation you're really dealing with is the weight of the battery. Other than that, they charge more times than you'll get out of a lithium. But that's total choice. So this little panel right here controls everything. Now the way I have it wired is you have a master switch, which is here. And what that does, as you can see, I have a voltmeter, so it tells me how healthy my battery is. Over here, I have a dual USB charger, which is powered up. And over here, I have a 12 volt shower. It'll be like what you have in your car, like a cigarette lighter. Now obviously there's no light in that one, but it does work. I tested it earlier. And then you get these are waterproof caps. So they just snap back in there, right? Now, what I did was, and so I didn't have to have everything running all at once. I just wired it differently. I broke it off. So this is the main switch that powers up these, right? This switch does not have to be on to run the other things, and I'll walk you through that now. So you turn the main power off. You can charge your battery with these. You can run other devices, whatever you want, whatever you decide to do. And each one of these has its own switch. So for this one, the switch is here. And you see you got power. And the main switch is not on. So you turn that one off, and then this one over here, banana jacks, you have power. So you can charge, you can, plug other stuff into it, whatever the case may be. And again, you're not running your main power or your LEDs. So you're only drawing power from there. Okay, then next, we'll go down. Here are your light switches, and I got them color coded as best I could find. So this is green, obviously for the green light. Amber, which is the white light, because I couldn't find an actual white one. And then red would be your red LED. So we'll go ahead and click that. We'll click the red one first, and there's your red light. And then you got your white one, which is your middle switch. And again, it's independent of any of the other things not having to be on. And then of course, your green light. And then underneath this little plate that I cut out, just some cheap wood I had in the garage, all I did was just mounted everything to it. And wiring. Wiring's like a mess right now because I haven't tied it up with zip ties, and like I said, this is the first one, so some wires are longer than what they need to be, but I'll clean all that mess up. But anyway, the battery's sitting in there, and you can see you still have a fair amount of space. I mean, I got a pretty big hand in my hand if it's in there, without extending my fingers obviously, but got a big hand, so I got plenty of space for storage. So what I decided to do was take this and make this an emergency, not only emergency power box, but just an emergency box in general. So what kind of stuff you could put in there? First aid kit. Put that in there. You would need some sort of maybe knife or something like that. So what I have, the Gerber tool, multi-tool. Get that out of there. Okay. So obviously you have screwdrivers, you have knives, you have pliers, you have cutters, there's scissors, everything all in one, right? So that can go in there. You put that in there, and everything stacks in there pretty neat. So then I started thinking about it. I was like, well, you got a first aid kit, you got power. What else could you possibly want? Obviously, this day and age, and you could buy packs of these and put them in there, but you got mask in case you needed that. If you're going to be out exposed to the sun, these are SPF rated at 50. This little face mask, you can put them over your head, you can put them over your face, around your neck. You can do all kinds of things with those. Tissues, just in case, whatever. And again, some of this stuff could go in a bug out pack. I just thought of the main things, like you go through a hurricane or something, you get stuck without power, you've got something readily available to you. You got a bad knee or bum knee or something, you got a wrap. You got a thermometer in case somebody's running a fever. You got a sharpener for your multi-tool. And then as a backup power source, you can charge this off of your power station and then just put this in your pocket and charge your phone or whatever you want to off of this. So it's just a backup power system. So that would go in there. And then in case you had to leave somebody, you leave them at the house, they could have the battery box and you have a headlamp or a head torch, whatever you want to call it. And you can get these in multiple colors or whatever case you want. This one would be red, obviously, and then white. Look at that, there you go. And then those run on battery. So you have something independent of this. So in case you have a problem with your battery or something, you have backup batteries, and obviously you would put batteries in here. I would also put in something to write with. So you could leave a note telling people where you're at if you had to evacuate or whatever. So like I said, there's any number of things you could put in here, but as you can see, you got plenty of room in the box. And again, it's just an ammo can, plastic ammo can. You can find these things anywhere. I just decided to do one for us, we thought it'd be kind of cool to have a little zombie box. You know, it's kind of cool. Again, you don't have to buy a zombie box, or you can find different colors, whatever the case may be. But if you're interested in one, and you don't have time to do things like this yourself, I'm doing it as a hobby. So just PM me, let me know, and we can get you set up with one. And you know, really the only thing that's going to cost you is just the parts. You know, and if you're far away and you need one, then obviously we're going to pay to ship it to you. But again, it's not a business. It's not anything like that. It's just a hobby. But I wanted to find something that I like to do, that I enjoy doing, that could help people. You know, help people in tough situations. I know we've been down here, gone through summer storms, been through hurricanes, typhoons, you name it. And when the power does go out, now you can't power a refrigerator or a stove or a PlayStation, none of that kind of stuff. But it's just an emergency kit that you can take with you, throw it in the trunk of your car. You're traveling home to see friends, family in different states or whatever the case may be. Something happens, you've got power. You know, and again, it's just simple switches, you know, simple lights. You know, you got charging stations. You know, and then you can charge your phone there. And you know how much battery you got left. So I know it's upside down, but I'm just kind of showing you. But other than that, the reason why I did it this way is you see a lot of them, they got buttons and stuff all over here. The whole idea to me, if I'm in an emergency situation like a hurricane or something, the wind's blowing and raining, I want to keep as much water out of there as I possibly can. Now, would there be more room? You know, yes, of course there would be. You know, because that's battery or the wires and stuff wouldn't be sitting on half the box. The wires would be over here, all running up in the cap, and that's fine because it does have a waterproof seal. Is it 100% waterproof? Nah, probably not. But again, the gist of the thing is that you have portable power on a 12-volt system. You can charge phones, you can do whatever the case may be. Throw it in your car, hunting, camping, fishing. Throw it in your kayak, throw it in your boat, throw it on your ATV, whatever it is you're going to do, and you have power. You know, so it's just a good little thing, handy thing to have. It's been fun building it. Like I said, I got a lot of ideas off YouTube and other places, and talked to other people about how to build them, and I got lights and stuff, and just was sitting there tinkering and decided to put one together, and so there it is. So hope y'all enjoyed the video. I mean, if you go on YouTube, you'll find tons more. Again, this is just my version, something that I went through, something that I learned, something that I think is fun, that I can tinker with, keeps me out of trouble, and hopefully you guys can use it. All right, take care. God bless. Bye-bye.